What's up, everyone? Welcome back to DADDYGVILLE'S World Box Opening Interviews. Today we're going to be talking about Arcade1Up, deck protectors, and overlays, and what I did to protect my artwork before I've got these. Stay tuned.
DADDYGVILLE'S World.
Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit that like button. Today we're going to be talking about these deck protectors. I've seen a lot of videos, people complaining about these not fitting, not anything. Now, there is a ton of issues that I've had with these. But I'm not really going to call the company and complain because I did get all this for free. Now, if you haven't already got your deck protector, sorry, the end of, the beginning of March, they stopped giving them out for free. Now they're called upgrades, and they are $16.99. And I'm just glad I got mine for free, and I got it in before that. Now, if you haven't got one of these 2018 models, like Pac-Man, Street Fighters, or Rampage, or any of the other ones, you will need a deck protector because the artwork will rub off, you know, with your hands rubbing on it, you know, you're going around with it. It all rubs off. Now, if you guys see my last video, I did get Street Fighters and Rampage at the same time, but I didn't build them yet. A couple days later is when I got this Pac-Man, and the Pac-Man's actually the very first one that I built. And I noticed when I was building it, I was putting this on, which you see is not bolted down. I started rubbing some of the stuff off, and I was just freaking out, and I was just like, where's the deck protectors? Didn't have them in the box. So what I did is I took it, and I wrapped plastic around it that it came with. Let me unplug this. Right here. I took some of the plastic that came with it, and I just wrapped it, you know, taped it, whatever. So it would stay on there, and I just poked a hole through it, put everything on top of that. What you see has had a little damage and everything on it, but all the buttons are underneath the plastic, which hasn't really bothered me much. Everybody else just turns it on, plays it, and whatever. Alright. My girlfriend was messaging me because I'm using my phone to film this one. But I've really had no issues with this. Since I put this plastic on it, everybody plays it. We can just turn it on and off and volume up and down. Hit the buttons and whatever. But it has took some wear to it and whatever. So I'm just going to take this plastic off here. And I'm going to show you, if you can see it, we'll pick up on the camera, some of the wear when I first started putting it together. Pull this out here. I taped it to the plastic, that way it wouldn't get stuck to the paint on the wood. There we go. Now, I don't know if you guys can, if this will pick up. See right here where the handprints and stuff were at? You can see where I was holding it with my hands trying to put this together. And that's when I was just like, I need a deck protector, so I just took some of the plastic, slid it open, laid it over top, taped it. I actually did that with all of my machines. Now we're going to get into some of the issues that we have. Deck protectors and stuff already on here. I did not put the overlays on them because none of my artwork, since I put the plastic on them, none of my artwork was messed up. So I didn't really need these, but they're good to have, you know, just in case. So we're going to start with Rampage because that's the one I had the most issues with, and see you in a second. Alright, now, here with Rampage, see, I've already got it down, I've already took these off, and see, they always have a little bit of a gap around them. Would have been great for them to go under, but, you know, actually this saved me time to where I didn't have to, take the buttons out and all that, which is good. But here, we're going to take this overlay and stick it back on here, and you'll see how much trouble I was having with this. Once it goes to the back and to the edges like it's supposed to, as you see, I still got these on here, but as you see, it matches up, it goes over top. But here's what the issue that I had was really aggravating me. But I got these for free, so I wasn't going to call the company. I was just going to modify it myself. As you see, everything else is pretty much lined up. But, you see right here, the bolt holes I've actually got lined up on it. Put it right there. But the issue was right here, first, second, and third player. As you see, it's way up top, and it was actually covering the buttons, which the plastic would not go down. And that was kind of driving me nuts. So what I did, I just took out my heat gun. Move this off here. I just took out my heat gun, and I kind of warmed them up a little bit. Nobody's ever really noticed this when they play, because, you know, you just hit all the buttons and whatever. But as you see real close, I actually had to melt it right here, and then I took a thing and I rolled it. What you see, there is a gap right here on all sides, but everything else pretty much lines up, you know, except for a little bit of gap, whatever, here and there. But, you know, that was really not an issue. Once I got it done, you know, I was happy with it. You know, you don't really see, you know, all the crap when you're playing it, because nobody's really paying attention to it. Nobody's even known that I've done that to it, unless you're like looking at it and whatever. Now we're going to go on to the Street Fighters one here. That goes to Pac-Man. Now everything here pretty much lines up perfectly, except, you know, it still has the little gap around each one. And everything up here lined up. The only issue is as you see, put it right here. Well, the light's blinding you, but you see the holes for the speaker are off. You know, just a tad, where it covers half of each hole for the speaker. Excuse me. But, you know, everything still plays. Let me turn it on here, and you can see it. That is full blast. It's the volume all the way up right now. And then, but, you know, that's the only issue I really have with that one. You know, Rampage was the hardest one. That was kind of aggravating. But I did get all these for free, so I wasn't going to call the company and complain. You know, all that. And they did hook me up, because, like, as you see, which will be my next video, as a Street Fighter's Champion, one, and you know, and then these two games. Only two that actually work is this one, is these two right here. This one actually quit working. I put in for the parts, so Arcade1Up is sending me those parts for free. So I was, you know, it's still under warranty, and I was just like, you know, I'm cool with that, you know. So that'd be our next video. And here we go. And then on to the Pac-Man. As you see, this has got a scratch on it and everything. It's the deck. I'm not really worried really bad about that scratch, because it was already on there when I bought it. I could touch it up because I got black paint, but I'm not really going to worry about that. But what we're going to do is get the overlay and deck protector. Alright, right here's the overlay. We're just going to lay it down on here and see how that actually looks. It's got some scratches in it right there. But it don't really look too bad. Let's see here. It all pretty much lines up. It lets off a little bit there. See, line it up with the screw holes, what I actually tried to do. Those screw holes are off. And then, see, as you see the Street Fighters, it's off just a bit. Covers up the hole. But that's all good with me. Which I'm not going to use this. We're going to see what this looks like here. Yeah, see, this one actually lines up really good. See, it goes. It has a little bit of a gap in there, which is all fine with me. Right there, that's all fine. But one issue is everybody puts these on just like this. All right, there was the decks. I showed you some of the issues I had. Also, a lot of people just put these on just like this, and then they're mad because they're cloudy. And I'm just like, there's a film on it which protects the actual acrylic in it, so it doesn't be scratched up and all that. And then I've seen a lot of people pull these off, and then put this down there for right now. And then you see, there's one side uncovered, but then they're like, what the crap? Why is it still this way? It actually has two films over it on both sides. These are actually kind of hard to get off. I pre-pulled these so it'd be easier to get off. And then see, you just pull them right off, and then there you go. Now crystal clear, and we're gonna put this on, bolt it down, and be pretty good. So here we go. All right, we're gonna lay this down on here, and then line everything up. Screws is in my hand here. We'll see how good this actually looks. Alright. So far, no issues with it not wanting to go in there. Now, I'm using my drill, but you don't want to put it real tight because you will break and crack the plastic. Here we go. Oh, it actually feels better without that plastic being on there, because I can actually feel the buttons. Let's see. We're going to turn that sound off. Oh, and he's chasing me. That way I don't get no copyright on this video here. Yeah. I'll get the ghosts in a bit. I'll grab that cherry, but there was a bunch of them there, so. Boom. There we go. Didn't get the ghost. I only got 2,600, but I got the high score on this. I always play it until I get ready to reach that one, and then I stop because everybody grouches because the score is already too high to beat. So I try just to have fun with it and not mess with it. But you know, all in all, it feels a lot better than having that plastic on it. Oh crap! There we go. And then everybody gets mad because nobody can beat my score on here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Get him, get him! There we go. Oh, there's that one. There's that one, and we got a couple more to eat, and we're done. Boom. But that's going to be this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And our next video for Arcade1Up will actually be showing you how to fix the Street Fighters that they're sending me. Go ahead. Go back to the main menu. And this is what I suggest to everybody doing. You know, I go back to the main menu, then I shut it off. Because I do get mad at my kids for not doing that. But the next video we'll be doing is Street Fighters, to where we are fixing it. And hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and have a great day. Bye. Here we go. It's you know, you see there's a gap here, everything else looks pretty good with the gapping in the back. It doesn't hang off the edge a ton like the Street Fighters and Rampage does. But the only thing is, it's just like the Street Fighters, is the speaker holes are a little offset. But other than that, it is great. See y'all later.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video.
You're getting all hung up on imaginary problems. You gotta focus on what's real, man.